Shout out Without Trying.
Shout out Without Trying.
Big shout out to Without Trying.
Without Trying gang.
Hi, my name is David Miller, age 46 years old. I'm currently homeless in Accokeek, Maryland. I was born and raised over here about 10 minutes up the street in Brandywine, Maryland. It's been a long road. I just don't give up. I got plenty of faith. Between a short military career in the United States Marine Corps, I've had my own business. Had a lot of loss, a lot of gain. All I can really say is keep the faith up, keep the faith in the good Lord, because He is there watching all of us. We're all here together. But like really, it's like there's things in this world that people can't even really understand or see, and that our government is hiding from us. A lot of us had to sign papers stating that we would not reveal anything or information that we have learned overseas. Nothing's what it seems, and everything we've been taught has been issued by the government. Just keep an open mind and judge for yourself, because your mind and that little inner voice is always going to tell you the truth and what's right. Other than that, it's like being homeless out here in Accokeek is okay. I mean, a lot of people love the homeless people. They actually care for you, bring you stuff, make sure they come up every day to make sure you ate. Accokeek, Maryland is a great place.
Well, let's start. Let's take it back a little bit, right?
Okay, good.
So, did you grow up in a single parent family home, or did you have two parents, or how was your childhood?
You could call it a empty home almost. Dad was always gone working or drunk on the bed, passed out.
Okay.
Mom was always working constantly to pay the bills so we kept a roof over our head. Left me to free run for myself since I was like 10 years old. You know, no guidance or anything like that. So I figured the best thing I could do was, you know, as soon as I graduated, was join the military.
So you graduated high school?
Yeah, I graduated from Woodball.
Okay.
Yeah, 97.
Okay.
And back then it was all right. I mean, I ain't seen the school now lately. But,
right.
But yeah, just a local in the area. 90% of the people down here know me by name. They pretty much know.
So when you say your parents wasn't around, like what you said, they just wasn't. They was working and they just couldn't.
They passed out, just couldn't do shit.
Oh, they suffer from
passed out drunk, and Mom was always at work.
Gotcha.
And then when he wasn't passed out, he was kicking the shit out of us like a grown man.
So you had siblings? Yeah.
I have two older brothers. I'm the youngest of three.
Okay.
My oldest brother, he does fuel tanks up and down the East Coast. My middle brother, he works for Pax River Naval Base. He's a civilian contractor, heads up their IT department. That's about as much as I can say on that one.
Right.
Other than that, it's like the old man Pop, when he was up not drunk, anything would set him off, and dealing with the ex-Army Ranger was not pretty. From the age of like, as far back as I can remember, anytime either one of us did something wrong or got in trouble, we got our asses kicked like a grown man. Grabbed by the back of the neck, punched in the face, kicked down the hallway, and he'd stop kicking when his foot hit the bed. So we learned quick to
So you was born in Accokeek?
I was born in Brandywine.
Brandon. Oh, okay, got you. All right.
Right on Accokeek Road. That's
right.
Crazy. Born on Accokeek Road and now I live in Accokeek.
Right.
But you never go too far from what was home anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So far as the when you graduated, what you end up doing then?
I went straight to the Marine Corps as soon as I graduated.
Okay.
Graduated Paris Island in 99. My first deployment was in 2000. It was over in Iraq for Operation Freedom. I had a short, brief comeback. I was back for like 7 months, and then they sent us to Kandahar.
Right.
Which I can't really much say on that because it was a bloodbath, and that's where we had to sign papers about everything.
Right.
But just so everybody can understand what I was saying about the things that are here that we don't understand or can't see. A lot of the videos you see on YouTube, like Kandahar, Giant, and all that, that is true. I was actually on the crew that was the third one sent out to find the missing troops.
Okay.
And all we found was their gear and bones. This thing was literally about 15 foot tall, long red hair, looked like kind of like an old Roman soldier, but it had 2 rows of teeth. It was a huge human being. I mean, it was huge. It come out the cave and just attacked our platoon. Had one of us hanging, had the one guy, our sergeant, hanging from the spear, and it took 3 minutes of 50 cal fire to put it down. Half his face was blown off before it hit down. When we loaded it onto the pallet was 20 by 20. And when this thing was laying on the side, its shoulder was right here to me. That's how big it was. And it was laying on the side with a 4-inch pallet on it. I mean, this thing was huge. And it's like the things that they don't tell us about and that are really there. I guess, I don't know. People say they're trying to protect us, but I say they're trying to control us.
Right.
Because information is power. If we have more information against them, we don't need them.
Right.
That's like if all of us, the human race, there's different ethnical backgrounds, different ethnical groups, but we're all humans. There's only one race, human race. It don't matter your skin color, your tone, your eye color,
right.
how much beard you have or bald spots,
right.
You know what I mean? We're all humans. And the government really literally pulls I call it the whoop-de-doop. They tell you one thing, have you focused on it like COVID, while they're doing other things over here. It's like Desert Storm and Operation Freedom. That was liberation of the oil over there because China was going to buy it. We were going to have to buy it from China. So we went in and took it.
Right.
And that way we have more control over it.
Right.
The United States government is one of the crookedest things there is. It's, how shall I put it? It was like, the best way it was explained to me is it's basically for the rich, but on us, the middle and lower class.
Right.
Yeah, we have to pay for and fund everything while they sit back and enjoy their lives. But just keep in mind that nothing they tell you is true. They're telling you nothing. That's like COVID. COVID really wasn't even a disease. It was a man-made disease. You can look it up. You can only patent something that's man-made, and the COVID virus is patented by Bill Gates. So it was developed as a biological weapon to use against the people. It escaped over in China.
Population control.
Yeah, because you figure we're growing a city the size of New York every year.
Right.
And before long, the planet's not going to be able to sustain us. We're either going to go out in a ball of flames or in a whimper of everybody starving.
Right.
And that's why another reason why they're letting all the immigration in here with the Mexicans and everybody from down south coming in is because they're giving them jobs and everything else, but it's also going to do the one thing, it's going to lower the pay standards. Minimum wage is not going to go back up because now they got somebody to do the work for cheaper and they ain't got to do nothing. And it's just, they're trying to control everything so they can stay where they're at and not have to have work.
Right.
It's like, I shouldn't even say it, but Blackwater, what is the other one? The Illuminati is real, believe it or not. There actually is a group. I was actually abducted into the Freemason Society a year ago. Believe it or not, there's a homeless Freemason standing right in front of me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have meetings once every 3 months in D.C. A lot of us, we do it on Zoom if we can't get there. But it's like, it's all types of different groups that are actually running the country, and if it's not in their benefit, it's just not happening, period. And it's like, I'm a homeless veteran living behind Wise and Akakik in a tent. I can't get no benefits, I can't get no help.
Let me ask you a question, right? So when you got out of the military, what happened after you got out of the military?
I started Miller's Maintenance Company.
Okay.
Was doing good. I had 4 trucks, my house, a trailer I rented out.
Right.
My wife had her car and I had my truck. Long story short, found out she had a boyfriend. I wasn't breaking up the family, so I told her she can have the spare room. He's not allowed in my house. Pretty much 8 years ago on Valentine's Day, she left to go with him, and she never came back. She OD'd and died in the motel down in St. Mary's County.
Sorry to hear that.
2 young daughters that are now currently living with my mother in La Plata. Thank good Lord for her, because I wouldn't know what to do being out here on the street with 2 kids, especially 2 young girls.
Right.
And it's like, it's been nothing but an uphill battle, but granted, I don't give up. I don't retreat. I'm not going to surrender. I've got the best guardian angel there is, the good Lord above. He's been watching out over me, so is the good people in Akaki. Everything's just, it's going okay. It could be a lot better, but it could be a lot worse too.
Right.
And no matter what situation you're in, there's always somebody out there that is worse.
Right.
And in a way badder situation. And it's just, I tell everybody, just hold on, keep the faith, and be patient. Because no matter how many times we try to do something, if it don't work, it's just not time for it to work.
Right.
Because at that exact second when he decides it's his time and his timing is perfect, it's going to go through with no hitch. So it's just have faith, Jesus is there, God is there, they love us, they watch over us. As you see, I wear my rosary and I wear the band of Christ. I walk the life. My faith is so strong, I'll close both eyes and walk across 210 because I know he's going to get me to the other side.
Right.
I mean, regardless, I mean, I've slept out here in the wintertime under a piece of carpet in the woods until the lady in Subway bought me a tent. And it's, like I said, it's been an uphill battle, but I just don't give up.
Right. So how long you been homeless for?
Almost 2 years now.
2 years? And then you just been in this area?
Yeah, it's pretty much what I know, plus everybody that I know down here.
Right.
It's like, I have a lot of people watching over me, looking out for me, making sure everything's good.
Right.
I mean, I even got trying to remember the gentleman's name. I know him, but his brother is Joe Hayden, the football player.
Okay.
His brother comes up here, brings me food from the marina down there, MGM and all that.
Yeah.
Great people. I love him to death. He's like family to me. I mean, what am I kidding? Like 90% of Ackeek's like family to me because I care for everybody down here and they've shown the love to me to make sure I'm stay alive.
Right. That's what's up, man.
But the 21st of last month, I walked up to the 7-Eleven at 2:30 in the morning because I usually help out sweep the parking lot, empty the trash cans, so they would give me coffee and food off the grill that they're going to throw away. Okay. On the way back here, after my epiphany, coming to Christ and all that, I'm putting a cigarette here so I can show you. But on the way back, I got stabbed 3 times here, in here, inside of my navel, and then down here. Total of, it was 17 staples. They severed my lower intestines. I laid there going into toxic shock for 2 hours. The ambulance didn't take me to the hospital. Nobody knows how I got to the hospital. The people running the front desk at the hospital, and even the fire department, does not know how I got to the hospital. Somebody took me and dumped me off. I went to surgery, was in surgery for 8 hours, lost 3 feet of my lower intestines. When I came out of surgery and they put me into, I forget what it's called, the room, it's an anesthesia room where you're coming down from being medicated. Right. As soon as I woke up and I could stand up, I pulled my own IVs out and walked back here.
Wow.
That's what I said.
So what took place? Like you just was walking, just some random stuff, or?
There was 3 dudes sitting on the guardrail on the back road there by 7-Eleven in Manatee.
Yeah.
As I was walking, I could hear them yelling, hooping, hollering, partying, having a good time. So I didn't think nothing of it, so I kept walking. One of the guys got up off the guardrail, and his exact words was, "What do you got?" And I was like, "Huh?" He said, "What do you got?" I said, "Nothing, I'm homeless."
Right.
You want some chicken wings? I mean,
right,
shit.
Right.
He said, "Empty your pockets," and pardon my language, I told him, "F you." And before I could turn around, he stabbed me 3 times. Just let me land in the road.
And you seen these guys before, or is this?
I've never seen them down here before.
Oh, okay.
But I think
were they homeless too, or you don't know?
Oh, I don't know. But once they hit me, I went in the shock and hit the ground.
Right. That's crazy.
The good Lord made sure I stayed alive.
Right.
He gave me the willpower and everything else to survive. Not gonna give up. It won't be long before I'm finally gonna be off the street because I've been saving up to get a truck to start my own business out again because I already have the map of how I did it before. Now I have another map of what not to do to keep it.
Right.
So.
You figuring it out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I found out COD died, because he actually came to me and told me, and it took everybody there to pull me off him. I was gonna beat him to death.
What year was this, you said?
I was 8 years ago.
Dang.
Yeah, I was gonna beat him to death with my hands.
So how your kids doing?
Oh, they're doing great. They're in La Plata, my mom.
Okay, you did say that. All right, got you. Yeah.
They were spoiled by grandma and granddad.
Right.
I mean, well, grandma and step granddad. But
at least they got a roof over their head and they, you know what I'm saying, they ain't out,
Yeah, that was the hardest thing that I've had to do in my life because my 2 daughters were my world. And to let my parents, my mother and my stepfather take them and them not be with me and not be the father raising them and doing what I'm supposed to do, that hurt the most. It was like giving my children away.
Right.
But it's not about what I want. It's about what's best for them.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Because I couldn't see them. Ain't no way.
Nah, yeah, you couldn't have them going through this.
No.
Yeah.
What I got to go through every day, I don't think the average grown man could go through it.
Right, yeah, now you got to be strong, man, to go through what you're going through, man.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
It's like I've picked up so much tips and stuff, living out on the streets and trying to survive. It's like dumpster diving at night, getting food that the grocery stores throw away. A lot of grocery stores throw away food that the expiration date's tomorrow, and it's still good and it's still cold. There's nothing wrong with it. Fix it, need it.
Right.
Other than that, it's like staying warm, learning how to build little bush shelters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got the tent.
Right.
But now it's like trying to keep everything dry in a cheap tent.
Right.
But I thank her for the tent. I mean,
yeah. It helps out a little better than what you was going. Than what you had. What you did have was
I
nothing.
had a box spring, a metal pole, and carpet across it, and I was up in it. It was like the worst bush shelter you'd ever seen in your life.
Right. Damn.
But it made do. It kept me warm plenty of nights. But it's like, now I know different things like chapstick and hand sanitizer. You mix them together, put a piece of cotton in it, you can get heat off of that for a while.
Wow.
Excuse me. There's a lot of little things.
Little hacks. Yeah, I didn't know about that one.
Oh yeah. Because the chapstick's like a base beeswax.
Right.
With the hand sanitizer, you know, the alcohol. And
Yeah.
It's actually.
It is actually warm when you use certain hand sanitizer, so I can sanitize, so I can imagine. Yeah.
Oh, it burns blue and it gets hot in the tent.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, it's